With the Xbox Series S, Microsoft was looking for an ambition to make video games more accessible to everyone, offering a low-priced digital console with conservative specs that they could attract more people to the market. Everything looks good on paper, but in practice, the Xbox Series S struggles and flaps to gain its foothold. The console may be cheaper, but it's hassle for some developers because of its hardware. The 500 gigabytes of storage, it's enough for only handful of AAA titles. Last year, Microsoft introduced the 1 TB Xbox Series S model, which currently retails for $299. But again, the Xbox Series X is a better choice with more powerful hardware, more memory, and a disk drive. As long as the Xbox Series X is around, it makes more sense to choose it. Even creators are more inclined to Xbox Series X. You may not be able to put it in your backpack and take it on the trip or a friend's house and play, when there are much better options for the experience beforehand. It doesn't stand out at all. Recently, with the introduction of digital version of the Xbox Series X, the demand for the Xbox Series S has become even less. Microsoft dealt another blow to its platform by forcing the content and release times of games to be the same for Xbox Series X and S. When the Xbox Series has a significantly smaller audience than the PS5, it may not seem like a hassle-free port for the Xbox Series X and S at all for the same manufacturers. In 2023, we saw that Larian Studios were forced to release Baldur's Gate 3 a few months later for the Xbox Series X and S, as Microsoft insists that the split screen feature should be available for both consoles at the same time, and Sony monopolized the console version of one of the most successful games of generation for a month without any hassle. At that time, Phil Spencer had to go to the Larian studio in person, and after the meeting, Microsoft made an exception for Baldur's Gate 3, and the game became available for the Xbox Series X and S, and the split screen feature came to the Xbox Series S a little later. Now, question rises, if you can make an exception for the one game, why don't you make exceptions for the rest of the game as well? Prioritizing the Xbox Series S for the Xbox platform isn't good at all. Fans have been craving an Xbox port of Black Myth Wukong for months. Recently, Game Science expressed regret over the lack of an Xbox port of the game. After praising PS5 and PC versions of the game, Weibo CEO Fang Ji explained the only thing that's missing is the Xbox version of the game, but optimizing for a console with 10 gigabytes of RAM without years of optimizing experience is a really difficult. It seems that the Game Science has been trying to port the Black Myth Wukong for the Xbox Series X and S as well, but it's been very difficult for the GS team to do it, given that each release must have a full matching features and only appear different in terms of resolution, output, and frame rate. This should be disappointing for the Microsoft as well, as it's now missing out another major success. At the moment, it's not at all clear if a Black Myth Wukong will be ported for the Xbox Series X and S. As the games get heavier, the Xbox Series S is likely to fall further behind the pack, especially as the Game Pass hasn't become what it once promised, and Microsoft's recent approaches to exclusive titles have changed. Overall, given the current state of Xbox Series S, there isn't good future for this little black and white box.